Alright, welcome back to Timberborn on the Map Gaming channel. We are kicking it with our Folktale faction and our challenge mode that we are currently undertaking, or I'm undertaking. Hope some of you are finding this interesting enough to at least try. Maybe not on this map, but on another one. This is Rising Danger. It is it's a small map, but it's ours, and I'm enjoying it. I like it. So, we are currently in our drought. We are hoping that we have enough water to carry us out through these 5 days. We have about 1.2 spread out across 3 different factions or villages. So I decided that I was going to name it so we could stop calling it District 1, 2, and 3. We got the Leathertails Capital, which is this center peak right here in the center. And then I decided to go ahead and name this Thistle Bank. It kind of works. It's interesting, it's different, it's, unique. And then this one I really enjoy is the Timber Forge. So one, playing to the industry level, and then also kind of, play on words to our game that we're playing right now. So I like it. It's fun, it's unique, it works. And at this current point in time, that's kind of how we're going to go with this game so far. We do have contaminated beavers, partly my problem, my fault, whatever. It was due to like building this up and all that fun jazz, so that's kind of my fault. I'm just gonna hope that they die off, because right now, in order to get medicine for them, I need to grow blueberries, I need to grow dandelions, I also need paper, which is something we don't have. And you can kind of see the problems that we're then drawing from there, minus the fact that we are 3 days out and our water situation is looking somewhat dire. If we finally finish this off, so we will have water, or bad water at least, flowing out that way. We need to come in here and fix this. And hopefully we can fix this in the time period that is allowed to us through this next point, because I'm almost positive this next point we're coming in and the game's going to come guns blazing and all that fun jazz, and we are going to be dealing with most likely probably our worst bad tide that we have seen thus far. Before I started the game and we got into this, I was looking over here, because this is our last little hiccup that we have going on here. Obviously we haven't reached here, we have the means to get over here, but as far as like figuring out something, like the only thing I can, I guess, justify in a sense is putting some timber stuff over here and just clear cutting all this junk over here, not really worrying about building at this point in time, and just getting as many trees, logs, whatever as we could possibly muster, which would be a lot in all honesty. Look at all this. And then building, basically, I thought about doing TNT out this way, but that's a lot of TNT, and 2, then I was like, well, maybe we can drop it down here and then funnel it off over here. Which is an idea. Short-term idea, long-term problems. Because I am trying to get to the eventual goal of making this just strictly drinking water. And then if we can get to that point, then these areas right here can stay hydrated, and then we can just, sorry, I have the hiccups right now, and then we can just pump from this, because then, for the most, it'll drain out here, but like, look, we'd have like, I don't know, at least a couple of, okay, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd have 6 levels of water to, you know, drain from. And going down through that, you kind of see what I'm talking about. Like, the map designer was kind of sneaky when he made this. Like, I can't unsee that. I wish I could, but I can't. We got 1 day. We're looking pretty healthy as far as everything else is concerned. We are having a bunch of crops die off. I am going to play this in hopes of we're not going to save that. Oh, that's dead. But we'll drop some water in there. They can start replanting this. It will... That kind of sucks, but I mean... We don't need our food to drop down too terribly low. I am going to get this guy going. We are going to get this going. And I need... Did we manage to do what I wanted? 10%. Do something. Something like that, because I need to get these... I need to get that built as soon as possible. So if we get that moving, grooving, that would really make me feel a whole lot better. And then obviously we're about to get this going. We'll get our power stuff going. How are we looking as population goes in here? We're slowly building up, which is nice. We just need to get this kind of moving. I am going to build... where am I going to build this? I'll probably build it... Storage. We'll probably build it right here. And then I'm going to put the ferry logs there. Just so that we have a spot to put them, so that then these guys feel, I guess, comfortable sending them. We're gonna drop that down to 2, so at least we get 1 in there. That's fine. That's all right. I mean, probably, yeah. Let's drop you down to 2. Let's drop you down to 1. And I think I have... We can pause all of you. Kind of get that going. Let's start kind of refilling some of our water pits over here. Just so we can say that those are full. And it would be fantastic if we could get logs over here. If I have to, I will totally build, where is it? We will totally build one of these over here. Berry logs, high priority, get that built. Like I said, I just want it in there so we can actually have it, have access to it, and all that fun stuff, because obviously we are how are we doing? Okay, we got plenty. So you guys should be yeah. There we go. Got a demand for it. We have it. There we go. Let's get that built. Let's get... I'd really like that thing to get built. Okay, there we go. We're starting to build it. There we go. Start pumping water. Fantastic. All right. All right, we're going to demolish this so that way I can come in here and put some sluices, and then we will close above, we will close below, and then go down to 3, and then that'll work. Pop this out so we can get, I don't know, that going. Okay, that's built, which is great. Yep. Fantastic, fantastic. We are collecting water, we are collecting, how are we doing in Bristle Bank? Alright, we need 2 extra jobs, which I'm okay with, so we can pause you, play you, and pause you, play you. Just kind of getting the water situation going. You're looking fabulous as always. We have 3 beavers out in the open. How many houses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we've maxed out on that one, so this shouldn't have any reason. And like I said, bad tide is approaching. We got 3 days. We're gonna bump this up to 20-hour work days because I need, at the bare minimum, I really wish we had this done. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Highest priority there. At least we'll have this going. I don't know what this is going to do as far as like all of our plant life goes. Hopefully this will kind of buff it out, but we could end up losing some crops over here. Close above, yep, and you would, yep, all right, that works. So that should work out just fine. Yeah. Problems in Leathertail Cove. We have a lot of things that we need to take care of, and obviously water's like my main concern because I don't know how long this bad tide's going to last. Obviously we're going to be able to kind of work through some of our problems over here as far as needing items and materials, so that will be good. We can probably play that just so we're getting an extra whatchamacallit, place for beavers to actually live, circulate, populate, thrive in, you know what I'm saying? This is like our only beaver place that's like a self-sustaining place. Like we got a little bit of food. Obviously we have problems arise when bad tides come. Oh, that's another problem we gotta fix. Holy smokes, I totally forgot about that. Man, oh man. Yeah, we're gonna have to get metal because we're gonna have to build this out to where it then floods right here. Yeah, that's gonna be a project and a half. That's what that will be. Look at all that. And just because there is obviously some bad water, it's not as blue as it could be, but trust me, Once we get our map fixed to where this is no longer being contaminated, our live this playthrough will get so much easier. Right now, obviously, we got to struggle through it and figure out what's what. I really wish we were filling these up at this current point in time, because we got 57 beavers. That's not right. Okay. I'm going to do this because one, we're going to delete this. And then, hold on, work with me. Okay, that's already raised up. We're good there. Pause all of this. Pause that. And I think we're all taken care of now. Let's see and make sure this works out the way. 22 days. Oh man. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for a 22-day? Oh man, I don't think we are. A 22-day. Ooh. This is gonna be intense. This is gonna be intense, gents and ladies. If ladies watch this, I don't think they do, but you get the point. Oh man. Oh man. Alright, here we go. Here we go. What the living crud? Open that. Open. Open. Why is that being such a pain in the butt? Alright, so to protect that water, we're gonna... Well, that sucks. Alright, well... Fantastic problems to have. Just open. And just open. Alright, how many jobs we got? We got 8 beavers that need things to do. Let's make sure that you guys are being taken care of. Let's play you. We can get you going. And I'm not sure if this is more because of this or that. I don't know. Right now, this is all jacked up. It's not the way I'd want it to be. We might have to build up around here to just kind of protect that from surging. But other than that, I think that kind of went as well as it could have gone. I'm going to get rid of all of those trees because why not? Play you. And probably play you. Figuring all that junk out. How are we doing? You don't. Alright, things are being worked on. Alright, I can live with that. Right now we can probably pause you. You can go find another job doing something else. Don't know what you found doing, but sure, good for you. This looks to be holding. I was just wanting to get to this screen. So it looks to be holding at this level, which is fantastic. That means we will be able to kind of come down here and, I don't know, do something. Which is always good. You like when things like that kind of come together and work out for the greater good. Where does paper go? Paper goes in one of these. So it would be in our best interest to get one of these right here and just start building some paper up. Probably also in our best interest to put, I would say, a few of these. One, because then we can go planks and we can go logs. And then that way, when we get logs, they can be put in over here. It's easier to grab for, obviously, if we have stuff available to us up front and center. We have 2 extra jobs, and we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, that should give us our full max amount of beavers in that village. So I'll just have to see what jobs we have available to us. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, so we should be able to pull off a couple more jobs. Because once we have all this stuff built, there shouldn't really be a whole lot of need for us to have a whole lot of beavers in that department. Alright, we can unpause that. How are we doing in District 2? District 2, ooh, we have 7, dang, we have 7 extra jobs. What happened? Ooh, play. Seriously, what just happened to all of my beavers? They all just went poof. Pause you. Sometimes I hate this game. I really wish this was a little bit more simplistic. And I mean, what's funny is we did it to ourselves. Alright, you have health requirements right here. Oh, both people are in said tents. Alright, well, toughen up. Put a band-aid on it and walk it off. Alright, we're almost out of metal, which means I'm going to need some of this. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to go about this, because we're going to need to come down here. Holy cow, you guys don't have any food. You have nothing. Why don't you have, we need you guys doing things. We need you guys doing things in like a serious way right now. Before we lose a whole district. You're still at 1. You're still at 2. You're not even operating. Yeah. Start feeding these mother truckers. What are you guys doing, you donuts? Alright, we have 2 of you in there. Pause, pause, pause. Alright, we got 4 beavers that need jobs. Which, I mean, at this current point in time is probably better than anything. Yeah, we need idiots sending junk over here. I need them making sure that we have water, we have some sort of something going on here. You're cooking grilled potatoes. I can live with that, but I need you guys actually doing something. What about the Thistle group? We only got 50. Good lord. What have you been doing, you donuts? And pause you and pause you. Oh, why did I play that? Oh man. I'm not freaking out. I'm not freaking out. I'm not freaking out. Oh, that took a turn for the worst. Gonna go to 18-hour days. We still have 2K. We have not put a hole at all in this time-lapse thing, whatever. We still have a major amount of things to go through. So hopefully we can start getting... Play that guy. All we're focusing on is food and making sure that that is like top priority. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Alright. Yeah, we had a lot of food. Now we got nothing. Alright, you got water coming, which is what they need, but they also need food. And that probably has a lot to do with like the couple of times we hit the drought last time and everything died, but so far, like, I mean, we're holding on pretty strong, I would say, to some degree. We just need to... Oh, I don't even know what we need. At this current point in time, we need I'd say we need something like a miracle, if I'm being honest. Because we are dealing with quite a bit right now. Alright, we're getting potatoes over there. Baked potatoes anyway. You got no carrots. You got nothing. Do you have any food coming for them? Like, at least give them some food as well. We have all this food. Do I need another farmer? I feel like you guys are doing pretty well keeping up with all this junk. I don't know if necessarily a farmer would help in that, considering we don't have enough jobs for a farmer. Pause you because you don't need to be up there. But yeah, what I guess would be a great thing to do is if we come over here, build this up, and then turn this into one giant tree farm. And have like oaks, pine trees, birches, chestnuts, all of it. And then that would kind of help improve the way of life that we have kind of going on over here. But we are gathering quite a bit of food. We got 60. You got 20. And you got 7. So I need food coming over here. Alright, so sorry, I had to pause this for a second. My wife just got back, so we had to have a small communicational thingy going on. Alright, I have decided we are going to split up Thistlebank, and I'm going to do it right about here-ish and see exactly kind of what happens. So I'm going to go to the crops, and then we're going to basically come in right about here, get rid of those, and I'm going to start figuring this out, because the issue is I have too many beavers trying to do all this stuff, like the water pumps, the food, and it's obviously having an issue. So if we're able to kind of split this up right about here, that would give one beaver here opportunity to actually, that it'd make everything smaller, so we're able to have a few more jobs. And I'm thinking that's probably going to be in our best interest to keep everything kind of going. And I'm going to play all these to get them kind of full of water, just so that we get our food going, because obviously we're struggling a little bit there. We have the science, so I'm going to go ahead and unlock this, and which I probably didn't need to. What I guess would probably be the most ingenious thing to do is come in here, delete all of this, and then start building some houses. And that'll give us 6 right off the bat right there. Sorry. Yeah. So we're going to do something like that. I'm actually going to make this look a little bit better, because I hate when we have double stuff there. Anyway, so I'm going to do something like that, get those 6 houses going, and I'm going to come over here, and we're going to put a whatchamacallit here. Obviously, I will hook this up in a second, but we gotta... One, I'm going to get these houses going. Once these houses are built, we're going to pause them. Obviously, we have bigger problems that we're trying to figure out right now. But yeah, my goal is to then... we're going to have to play these. And pause, 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 pause. Oh man, the stress and the anxiety, I'm telling you, it's starting to get to me. Definitely an interesting way to play the game. You have moments of growing fast, moving and grooving and all that kind of stuff, and then you have other moments where you're just like, please make this stop. And I really wish that this would then cycle it. And now that should work in our benefit, because even when this water fills up, it should stop there. Alright, now let's come to this point. Uh-oh. Yes, everybody's going to freak out. Hold on. Seriously? Alright, pathway. Just hook all that up so then we can grow all this. Oh man. Yeah, so we're going to have to work on making things as small as possible. We got 1K, 5 days. Yeah, we're going to have to work on making things smaller so that we're able to, one, do more. I'm going to come over here. And then we can build the stairs right here. Just like that. Detonate all that. Come in with more. Corn crops. And that should work out just the way we want it to. Alright, then we're going to come in here with this. Obviously, we'll fix that in a second, but, what is that? 6 times 3, 15, 18. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this right here is big enough to pretty much hold this, and then we can add a few more jobs in the meantime to kind of help with everything else. It looks like the water was able to stay out, which is fine because we pretty much are diverting most of the other water We have paper. What is this place looking like? We're still working on population. Probably need to come in here and do this and then go, minimum 12. Something like that. Oh man, the stress, I'm telling you guys. Trying to figure all this junk out is more than in my wheelhouse. We got 9 jobs open. Might as well start pumping some of these jobs. Get those going a little bit. We might as well open this guy up so he can collect this last little bit. Because we're about to have, and we need 2 more jobs, which is bam bam. But then we're going to open this up, make this another farmland. Do what I need to do there. Probably in our best interest to do something like this. And then that'll keep this area nice and watered. There we go. Just what they need, another massive project. And then I'll get rid of that in a second, but that's just so that we can get on both ends of this. Let's start pumping out that. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It works. It's functioning. It does what it needs to do in a sense. But our biggest problem is obviously, we're gonna pause that. I'm okay with this kind of getting bigger. Once this is done being built, obviously I'm gonna pause that and then we'll see where we're at. Like I said, I'm okay with it being bigger. We need it bigger. We need so many jobs. And it's hard to get everything going when we're stretched literally so thin across this whole span of everywhere. It's just this area has too much going on, and it only makes sense for it to kind of get smaller. Pause. To do that, obviously we need to make it just a smidgen smaller. And then obviously this is going to help because then we'll have beavers over here, and yeah, it'll make sense. All right, play you. You're already being played. Play you. Play you. That can go down to 2. That can go down to 2. I don't know why this is flooding. Oh, probably because that's open. I just want you to open. Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll drop that down to 2. Drop that down to 2. Drop that down to 2. And then I need to wait for this to kind of clear out just a little bit. Once that clears out, then we'll start pumping up there. All right. Oh man. Always got to make it difficult. And then we got to come in here. 3, 6, 9. We'll at least do 10. Play. Okay, I don't know what to tell you on that one. That's what we need. Alright, and then for the time being, we need to go into storage. And upgrade those to water. And then this should help benefit us over here. Okay, I think this is gonna work. I'm not 100% sure. But we will see how this plan plays out for us. There we go. Alright, how are we doing in district? We got 5 open jobs. I think that'll pan out nicely for us. Obviously, we're going to need probably what would be in our best interest is to then cut this away And then put another... Of course. Double tank right there. And then once that gets built, then we can then figure the rest of this out. That gives 2. We don't need 4 in there. How are you doing on work? No one. You got 10 beavers. 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. We'll work on building that up. But yeah, we gotta rebuild our population. Alright, so I'm gonna call it here on the triumph of us kind of building our own new empire. And we got a bad tide approaching. Alright, fantastic. So we'll get to deal with that in the next episode. But for the time being, this is what we got going on us. We got Leathertail Capital. We got Thristle Bank. I need another farming village name if you got one. I'd appreciate the help. And then we got Timber Forge. So working on, now we got 4 districts all in this same area. And we're just gonna work on kind of upgrading this, because I'm gonna need a centralized place to put storage, so that when coming across, we're filling up what we need to fill up and what have yous. So I'm gonna have a think about it. I'm gonna restructure this just a little bit. We are building another dam that's going to help kind of keep this area green, which then we can put in some more plant life. I'm curious if these guys are still able to help with the potatoes, because obviously there's a coverage area. I'm kind of slowly starting to wheedle back this area. I would like to kind of wheedle it back as much as possible, because obviously this hole in the ground, it doesn't fill up all the way with water, so we might as well chisel this all the way down to where it's at least flat, and that should work for us. I may come over here and put another set of sluices or something, like some sort of blockage, so at least this doesn't backpedal or something. I don't know, so we can get... I don't want necessarily the spider veins over here, but we got to figure out something for the bad tides. But yeah, if you like it, hit that comment, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment. I do appreciate all that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and enjoy the rest of your day. Later.